Hey guys, welcome back to Shruti and Delta. If you are new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can be notified of the new videos the moment I upload them. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I hope you enjoy the topic of discussion I have for you today. If you do like it, don't forget to hit the like button and leave your comments. Now, the topic of discussion for today is apple cider vinegar for dogs. Are they beneficial? Are they not so effective, or can they be harmful? As you must have figured out from the title page itself, apple cider vinegar have 15 amazing benefits for your dogs. I have already written a blog post on the same, and the link to the blog post is in the description section. So be sure to check out the blog post, and if you do like it, then subscribe to the blog post so that you can be immediately notified by email whenever I upload another blog post. Now, let's get into the discussion. As you must have figured out, apple cider vinegar is made from apples. So apples are first crushed into very small pieces and then they are fermented by the addition of yeast. This fermentation leads to formation of alcohol. To the alcohol, furthermore bacteria are added, and these bacteria convert the alcohol into acetic acid. Now, acetic acid generally is the one which gives the apple cider vinegar the strong smell and the sour taste. It is slightly acidic with a pH of 3.1 to 5. Now, according to the FDA, apple cider vinegar contains trace amounts of minerals, vitamins, and potassium. Now, how can you use apple cider vinegar for your dogs? For humans, we have these antiseptics. If you get small cuts and wounds, you have antiseptic lotion, antiseptic cream, different sorts of things. But for dogs, you can use apple cider vinegar for those small cuts and bruises. However, I must tell you that these benefits have not been scientifically proven. They are mostly anecdotal. And when you apply apple cider vinegar to a wound, it prevents that wound from getting infested by viruses or bacteria, and it prevents the wound from basically becoming septic. It also promotes healing of the wound. However, do not apply apple cider vinegar to your dog's open wounds, as it can cause a huge sting. Next time your pup would probably run if he or she sees you with ACV in your hand or any kind of lotion. Yes, apple cider vinegars have antibacterial properties, and that is how they prevent the wound from getting septic. Apple cider vinegar can also be used to keep your pup's skin free of fleas and keep the fur smooth. If your dog has allergy issues, you can use apple cider vinegar and scratches a lot, so apple cider vinegar prevents itching. So you can use it to prevent that constant itching of your dog, which can cause the hair to fall off. So that, and because of its inherent detoxifying properties, you can use it if your dog has seasonal allergies or in general scratches like throughout the year. You can also use it for fleas, as it can act as a flea repellent. And to add it, you can use it as a conditioner post bath to keep your dog smelling fresh. So how would you use it if you are using it for prevention of flea infestation? To prevent flea infestation, or to use it as a flea repellent, you need to make a concoction of apple cider vinegar and water, in which both are in the ratio of 50-50% each. So once you make this concoction, just spray it on your dog's fur. You can even dab some of the apple cider vinegar on the regions which act as flea attractants, like the tail, base, armpits, and behind the ears of your dog. Now, we all know that dogs hate wearing shoes. I have tried it with Delta so many times, and he hates shoes. Just simply hates it. He'd tear them to pieces if possible, or he'll rub his foot so hard on the gravel outside that the shoes will literally come off. So when he goes on walks, or if you take your dogs on hike, or it's a warm day and the gravel is hot, sandy beaches, these can cause abrasions on your puppy's paws. So you can either dip your dog's paw in apple cider vinegar, or you can even spray them with diluted apple cider vinegar and hold them for a while so that your dog doesn't lick it off. I know, it doesn't have a great taste, but who knows, your dog might just try that. So just let it sit on your dog's paw for a while, and then it'll most likely dry in a few minutes, and then you can leave your dog to go free, jump around, etc. etc. Now, it also works in improving your dog's digestion. So according to the natural dog health remedies, apple cider vinegar can actually prevent the growth of harmful bacteria and viruses, while it maintains the acidity of your dog's stomach. As it is rich in potassium, 11 grams per teaspoon, it can also further cause remineralization of your dog's body. So, apple cider vinegar can also be used as a treatment for dogs' diarrhea because it helps to balance the digestive enzymes, and it can heal an upset tummy soon. So, as it's written in the slide, a spoon of ACV a day keeps the diarrhea away. So, apple cider vinegar has been proposed as a go-to remedy for intestinal gas, constipation, as well as in case of food poisoning. And if your dog has a lot of fecal odor, then too, apple cider vinegar is a great candidate. It has also been observed to provide relief from urinary tract infections in dogs. So, if your dog is suffering from a UTI, what you can do is you can either add apple cider vinegar to water, or you can add it to your dog's food, or you can just give it in some peanut butter or yogurt. 1 teaspoon would generally be needed for small-sized dog breeds, 1 tablespoon for medium-sized, and 2 tablespoons for large-sized dog breeds. As you can see in here, ACV also helps to keep your dog's joint healthy and active. Apple cider vinegar can actually break down the calcium deposition. What happens is that calcium goes and deposits on your dog's joints. It causes remineralization of the bones. Too much of calcium deposition on the joint makes the joint stiff and difficult for your dog to move. So, apple cider vinegar causes leaching of the calcium from the dog's joints and makes the joint free and more active. So, it is recommended to be used for dogs who are suffering from arthritis or hip dysplasia. Before I jump into ear infection, I have some more details. It can be used to relieve muscle aches as well as soreness because it has anti-inflammatory properties. So just if you feel that your dog is tired, they run around so much, it can obviously happen. So if your dog is suffering from a muscle strain, sore muscles, you can just apply a compress of apple cider vinegar to the affected region for like 5 minutes. Just do this a few times a day, and you can even warm the solution for some added benefit. And now, coming to apple cider vinegar as a remedy for ear infection. So you can use a mix of apple cider vinegar and water, and you can soak some cotton in it, and you can use it to clean your dog's ears and keep the infection at bay. So it's one of the best natural remedies, and you can make a 50-50 ratio of apple cider vinegar along with warm olive oil and rub it on your dog's earlobes. If your dog is suffering from an ear infection which is related to dust mites, you can just directly take some apple cider vinegar on cotton and swab the ear. It will keep all kinds of infections at bay, especially ear infections. So you can use apple cider vinegar to clean your dog's stuffs and toys. For this, you can basically use apple cider vinegar along with hydrogen peroxide and any kind of common utensil detergent like Dawn dish soap or anything. So you can use this concoction as a cleaner for cleaning your dog's stuffs. So you can use it as a solution, put it in a spray bottle, and use it to disinfect your dog's bed and mattress. Or you can also use apple cider vinegar to actually sanitize your dog's laundry as well as the toys. So it will also fresh up your dog's clothing, the sweaters, and almost each and every of the dog toy goes into their mouth. So wipe them down with apple cider vinegar and remove the germs, and you can keep them squeaky clean. You can also do this on the other things you use for your dogs, like your dog's leash, the collar, the hair brushes and everything, and you can spray your apple cider vinegar on those, and then you can use it on your dog so that it has like so much more beneficial effects on your dogs that way. As I already mentioned, apple cider vinegar has some long-term benefits. It can prevent kidney infections, bladder stones, as well as urinary tract infections. Apple cider vinegar has also been proved to be beneficial in case of cancer and diabetes. It has been known to shrink the tumor size, and in case of diabetes, it keeps the blood sugar levels in control. With all that being said, is it safe for your dog? Okay, fine, it has a lot of health benefits, but what if it's not safe for your dog? What precautions to take care of when you're using ACV? When should you not use ACV? And which kind of apple cider vinegar should you be using? So as per Dr. Kaylin Haynes, who is the Assistant Professor of Nutrition at Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine, Tufts University, just 1 or 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar diluted with water most likely will not have any negative effects on the health of your pup. If you're using more than 2 teaspoons, or if you are using undiluted apple cider vinegar, it may cause problems in dogs who are not completely healthy. So what precautions should you take when you're using apple cider vinegar? When you're using apple cider vinegar, as I mentioned, you should not use it directly on open wounds. Second, when using apple cider vinegar, be very careful as to not bring the vinegar in contact with your dog's nose, mouth, or eyes. It stings super bad. Use a sponge when you're applying it topically so that you can avoid the high-risk regions, and it's easier, and you know that the apple cider vinegar has specifically got into the region where you wanted it to go. Never use the raw apple cider vinegar, and never even use a diluted solution on open wounds, as I mentioned. Talk to your vet before you decide to use apple cider vinegar on your dog if he or she has a broken skin. Now, what precautions should you take when you're feeding apple cider vinegar? Never ever feed it raw. It can burn your dog's esophagus and as well as the stomach lining. It can also have harmful effects on the tooth enamel of your dog. When should you not use apple cider vinegar? If your dog is already suffering from a kidney disease, never use apple cider vinegar. The acid of the apple cider vinegar can be harmful. If your pup does not seem inclined towards treats or food which are containing apple cider vinegar, or is already suffering from an upset stomach, don't try to force feed apple cider vinegar to him or her. Now, which form of apple cider vinegar is the best for your dog? Always go for the organic, unfiltered, or the raw apple cider vinegar. It's usually mentioned in the bottle, comes with the mother. Use that one. This mother is the one which adds to the probiotic factor of apple cider vinegar. So that is what increases the healthy quotient of the apple cider vinegar for your dog. What if you cannot use apple cider vinegar for your dog? Are there any other alternatives? Yes, actually there are. So if your dog has an allergic reaction towards apple cider vinegar, like he or she vomits after ingesting apple cider vinegar, immediately discontinue its use. You can use coconut oil instead. I already have made a video on the benefits of coconut oil. I will add the link down below so you can have a look at that. And before adding apple cider vinegar to your dog's diet, always consult your vet. Do not try to start anything on your own, because most of the things which I have mentioned here are mostly anecdotal, and they have been tried and tested by dog guardians, but it's not medically, most of it is not medically proven. Some of it is, but not most of it. And if your pup is not liking it, do not force feed him or her. Before you start any of this, try and get a consultation with your vet first. So finally, have you given your pup apple cider vinegar ever? If yes, why did you give? And how was the experience? I would love to know the details. So let me know in the comment section below. If you have any specific questions about dog care, or if you have any issues that you are facing with your dog, behavior, training, health, anything, just leave it in the comment section, or you can reach out to me on social media. I will be happy to find answers to your questions. So if you found this video informative, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, share this post so that it may help as many dog guardians as we can, and leave your comments. The blog link, again I will mention, is in the description section, so you can go and check that out. If you like it, hit the subscribe button there as well. And we will see you in our next video. Take care.